On a rugged cliff stands a remote lighthouse, centuries old, shrouded in fog and isolation, its walls bearing witness to a chilling mystery. Over decades, multiple lighthouse keepers have vanished without warning, leaving no bodies, no footprints, and no explanation for their disappearances. Investigators were called each time, but harsh terrain and treacherous weather made forensic work nearly impossible to complete accurately. Cameras installed inside the lighthouse often malfunctioned during the vanishings, leaving authorities without visual evidence of what occurred. Lights flickered, instruments glitched, and electronic devices failed inexplicably whenever a disappearance took place, as if the building itself resisted observation. Locals told stories of strange noises echoing through the fog, whispers carried by the wind, and doors opening or closing on their own. Each vanished keeper had followed normal routines, performing standard maintenance tasks, yet disappeared in the middle of their shifts or chores. No rescue calls, no signs of struggle, and no evidence were ever found, frustrating both authorities and families alike. Investigators examined the surrounding cliffs and shoreline, but discovered no boats, footprints, or escape routes that could explain the vanishings. Some researchers speculate that hidden passages or secret rooms inside the lighthouse may have been used, though none have been documented publicly. Fishermen in the area report seeing lights moving in the lighthouse when it was supposedly empty, adding a layer of intrigue to the mystery. Strange shadows have been observed by passing ships, and sailors swear the lighthouse emits a presence that feels almost alive. Environmental explanations such as sudden landslides, fog-induced disorientation, or structural hazards have been considered but cannot explain all vanishings. Authorities attempted surveillance upgrades, but electronic devices often failed in the days leading up to each disappearance, rendering monitoring ineffective. Families of the missing keepers remain desperate for answers, pressing authorities for explanations that never fully satisfy the growing public curiosity. Psychological theories suggest that isolation and stress may contribute, but the consistency and suddenness of disappearances defy normal behavioral patterns. Historians note that early lighthouse keepers reported unusual events, including inexplicable noises and lights, hinting the mystery predates modern technology. Some propose that covert experiments or military testing in isolation could be responsible, though concrete evidence is absent. Ghost stories and local legends describe apparitions of previous keepers, suggesting a haunting presence tied to the lighthouse itself. Investigators who visited the site reported feeling disoriented, uneasy, or watched, reinforcing claims of an intangible force at work. The lighthouse remains fully operational, yet the pattern of disappearances continues to attract theorists and mystery enthusiasts alike. Volunteers and mystery hunters have attempted to document anomalies, but most footage shows unexplained technical glitches or strange lights. Researchers studying the structure emphasize that the lighthouse is built on a cliff prone to fog, storms, and unstable footing, which could contribute to accidents. Still, the complete lack of evidence leaves open the possibility of extraordinary or paranormal phenomena. Historical records show that each disappearance happened suddenly, without prior warning or signs of distress. Investigators analyzed personal logs and diaries of missing keepers, but found no notes suggesting preparation for departure. Some theories propose secret underground experiments testing human resilience, though these claims remain unverified. Modern investigators mapped the lighthouse and surrounding terrain, but no hidden exits or escape routes fully explain the vanishings. Fishermen often report seeing fleeting figures in the lighthouse windows late at night, though no one is present. Researchers note that some anomalies occur even when the lighthouse is empty, raising further questions about natural versus supernatural causes. Drone footage occasionally captures unexplained flickers of light, electronic malfunctions, or shadowy forms inside the structure. Witnesses describe the lighthouse emitting an aura of unease, as if the building itself reacts to human presence. Experts in isolation psychology suggest prolonged solitude can induce hallucinations, but that alone cannot account for decades of disappearances. Some investigators theorize a combination of isolation, environmental hazards, and technological anomalies may create a perfect storm for these vanishings. Historical archives reveal reports of similar phenomena in other lighthouses, though none match the consistency seen at this cliffside tower. Mystery hunters often attempt overnight stays, reporting strange sounds, sudden temperature drops, and flickering lights. Security footage fails to capture clear explanations, showing only brief shadows or glitching recordings during unexplained events. Some believe that unknown natural phenomena, like magnetic anomalies, could be affecting electronic systems in the lighthouse. Others suggest the building itself may have structural or architectural quirks that amplify human perception of danger or strangeness. Reports indicate that visitors often feel dizzy, anxious, or disoriented without clear cause, adding to the eerie reputation. Despite these attempts, each disappearance remains unexplained, and modern technology has yet to solve the decades-long mystery. Experts in forensics and architecture continue studying the lighthouse, trying to reconstruct conditions during each disappearance. Some suggest advanced clandestine experiments may have been conducted on isolated keepers, but no proof has ever surfaced. Historical accounts indicate that previous keepers expressed concern about unseen presences or strange lights well before the first disappearance. Researchers map patterns of vanishings and note consistent timing during storms or fog-heavy nights. Witnesses claim to hear footsteps when no one is present, as if someone or something is moving inside. Investigators speculate whether psychological stress, isolation, and environmental factors combine to create hallucinations or disorientation. Yet the physical disappearances cannot be explained by mental or natural phenomena alone. Technicians examining the lighthouse note equipment malfunctions are unusually frequent during the times of disappearance. Some experts propose that the building's isolation creates a perfect environment for unexplained events to occur. Fishermen and locals continue to avoid the cliffs at night, citing unease and previous sightings of strange occurrences. The lighthouse's design, perched on jagged rocks and surrounded by fog, increases the difficulty of investigation and survival for anyone nearby. Environmental simulations show that sudden gusts, waves, and terrain could contribute to accidental falls, yet no bodies were ever recovered. Investigators continue analyzing past logs, weather reports, and structural maps for hidden patterns that might explain the vanishings. Witnesses and mystery enthusiasts suggest the lighthouse could be a portal to unknown or hidden spaces, though such claims are speculative. Over decades, the lighthouse has gained a reputation among conspiracy theorists as a site of unexplainable human disappearances. Researchers working on site often experience malfunctioning equipment, strange sounds, and intermittent lights when the tower is otherwise empty. Some argue that environmental or psychological explanations do not fully account for the consistency and suddenness of the disappearances. Others consider the possibility of a deliberate human-orchestrated cover-up or secret experimental program, though no evidence confirms this. Historical documents reveal early lighthouse logs that mention strange shadows or unseen observers, long before modern disappearances. Mystery hunters who spent nights inside report chilling sensations, untraceable movements, and unexplained visual anomalies. Investigators hypothesize that combinations of isolation, fog, and technological interference may contribute to human error or vanishings. Structural anomalies may create misleading echoes, visual illusions, and hidden pathways that could confuse observers and victims. Reports from drone footage often show transient shadows, flickering lights, and objects moving without explanation inside the lighthouse. Some speculate that electromagnetic fields or natural phenomena in the cliffs might be affecting human perception and electronics. Yet, decades of disappearances challenge conventional understanding of both natural hazards and human psychology. Investigators continue documenting each incident meticulously, hoping to find a pattern or consistent trigger. Modern security systems, including cameras and sensors, often fail inexplicably during critical moments of reported activity. Experts studying the lighthouse agree that the mystery cannot yet be solved with current forensic methods alone. Psychological experts note that isolation combined with sensory distortion may explain some experiences, but not actual vanishings. Each disappearance leaves families, investigators, and mystery enthusiasts with unanswered questions, fueling ongoing speculation. Local folklore attributes the disappearances to supernatural guardians, spirits, or curses, intertwining legend with reality. Researchers attempt recreations using simulations of environmental conditions, but outcomes remain inconclusive. Analysts continue studying the lighthouse as a potential case of combined natural, psychological, and unexplained phenomena. Observers note that each Vanishings location within the lighthouse is always consistent with high-risk areas of fog, exposure, or isolation. Investigators face extreme difficulty because evidence tends to disappear naturally or mysteriously in the lighthouse environment. Historical reports suggest that disappearances were occasionally preceded by strange lights or equipment malfunctions, hinting at advanced phenomena. Modern attempts to install surveillance cameras fail intermittently, showing only flickering images and unexplainable shadows. Fishermen swear the lighthouse emits a presence during foggy nights, often described as silent, watching, and overwhelming. Mystery hunters continue to visit, documenting audio anomalies, shadowy figures, and unexplained activity on foggy evenings. Experts debate whether a combination of human error, environmental conditions, and unknown factors explain the vanishings. Structural engineers continue mapping the tower, looking for hidden traps, weak points, or passageways that could account for disappearances. Environmental specialists study fog density, wind patterns, and magnetic anomalies in the cliffs around the lighthouse. Yet, despite decades of research, vanishings continue to defy explanation and capture public fascination. The lighthouse is now regarded as one of the most mysterious and unexplainable locations for disappearances in the modern era. Each unexplained incident adds to the legend, making it a magnet for thrill seekers, investigators, and paranormal enthusiasts alike. Experts continue to record, analyze, and theorize, knowing that each disappearance adds to a growing historical puzzle. Mystery communities online debate endlessly, sharing theories, drone footage, simulations, and eyewitness accounts of unusual lighthouse events. Despite extensive research, the lighthouse maintains an aura of enigma, its secrets locked in fog, stone, and decades of unexplained vanishings. Investigators and historians alike admit that the lighthouse vanishings may never be fully solved, leaving a chilling, lasting legacy for generations. Investigators and historians alike admit that the lighthouse vanishings may never be fully solved, leaving a chilling, lasting legacy. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more obscure diaries.